He had $0 in his pocket, 0 people in his corner, and 0 reasons to believe things would ever get better. But today, he is worth millions. This is not a fairy tale. This is not luck. This is what happens when a broken man refuses to stay broken. Meet Daniel, born in a small town in Ohio. His father left when he was just 6 years old. His mother worked 2 jobs just to keep food on the table. Daniel grew up watching his mother cry at night, not from sadness, but from exhaustion. He told himself one thing every single night before sleeping. One day, I will make sure she never cries again. But life had other plans. At 19, Daniel dropped out of college. He had no money to pay the fees, no scholarship, no backup plan. His friends laughed at him. His relatives called him a failure. One uncle even said, "Some people are just born to struggle. Accept it." Daniel heard those words, and something inside him broke. But then, something inside him woke up. At 21, Daniel was homeless. Not temporarily, not for a few days. For 8 months, he slept in his car. Every morning he woke up with a stiff neck, foggy windows, and an empty stomach. He would wash his face in gas station bathrooms. He would eat whatever he could afford, sometimes just bread. People walked past him every day. Nobody stopped. Nobody asked. He applied for over 40 jobs, 40 rejections. One night, sitting alone in his car, rain hitting the windshield, he looked at himself in the rearview mirror and asked, "Is this it? Is this all my life will ever be?" And then, he did something most people never do. He picked up a torn notebook, and he started writing. Just not a diary, not complaints. He wrote his goals. He wrote his plan. He wrote who he wanted to become. That night, in that cold, broken car, Rise from Zero truly began. Daniel had noticed one thing during his months on the street. People always needed their cars fixed, and good mechanics were hard to find. He had 0 training, 0 experience, 0 money for tools. But he had time, he had YouTube, and he had hunger. Every day he would sit in libraries, watching free videos, reading free books, learning everything about cars. A kind librarian named Ms. Carroll noticed him. She asked his story. He told her everything. 2 days later, she handed him $200 from her own pocket. She said, "Don't pay me back, just don't give up." Daniel bought his first basic toolkit. He started offering to fix neighbors' cars for cheap. Word spread. More people came. Within 6 months, he had enough to rent a small garage. Within 1 year, he had 3 employees. Within 3 years, he owned 2 auto repair shops. And the first thing he did when he made his first big profit, he bought his mother a house, and she cried. But this time, not from exhaustion, from joy. Daniel's story is not special because he became rich. Daniel's story is special because, at his lowest, darkest, most broken moment, he chose to write a plan instead of giving up. Most people quit at rock bottom. They think rock bottom is the end. But Daniel understood something powerful. Rock bottom is not the end. Rock bottom is the foundation. It is the only solid ground you can build something real on. You don't need money to start. You don't need connections. You don't need perfect conditions. But you only need one thing, the decision to rise. So wherever you are right now, whatever you have lost, whatever people have said about you, remember Daniel. Remember that cold car. Remember that torn notebook. And remember, every legend you admire today once started from exactly where you are. If this story moved you, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. And if you are ready for more stories like Daniel's, subscribe to Rise from Zero, because every week, we bring you stories of real people, real struggles, and real comebacks. This is Rise from Zero, and your story is just getting started.